Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We are on the way to do a leg workout. We are doing something light. We're going to do some goblet squats, we're going to do some hamstring curls, and then we are going to finish up with some leg extensions. And now, I told you guys before in the first video, I do my leg workouts specifically designed for running purposes. I no longer go heavy. I used to go heavy, but I've had some knee issues, some quad tendon issues. So what you're gonna see are some leg workouts that help my legs with endurance when it comes to running on the road. And inevitably, when you're 250 pounds and you run on the road, it's gonna get tiring pretty quickly. So I wanna make sure my legs are underneath me and able to withstand that. But without further ado, roll the tape. These legs, before we get into our not even working sets, they're more of just a workout to keep my legs in some sort of shape for endurance when I'm running the pavement. So we're gonna just start with some easy squats, take some weight off my knees, but still be able to get some warming up here. So you just grab a bar and just lean back into it on your heels. Takes a lot of pressure off your knees. Also, you want to hit single leg as well, so you kind of just grab on, and this is just for mobility purposes, getting everything open up, just warming up this quad muscle here. All right, guys, when you're running too, you're using a lot of hamstring to get your heel up to your butt for speeding up your turnover and keeping the leg drive going at the back end. So what I do is just take a dumbbell, put it between my feet. It's lightweight, hamstrings are delicate, and you want to just curl, keep these feet together, especially with something light, because you'll just drop it on yourself. So I'll do about 3 sets of this. I think like stretching long muscles, and it's like doing things like stretch everything. For me too, it was like one whatever form, it was like you know, so stretch everything. All right, guys, for the first exercise, we're gonna do goblet squats. Goblet squats, pretty easy. I like to do elevated. Just grab a plate, put your heels on it. And remember, we're warming up here. We're not going straight into our working sets. We wanna make sure that we warm up our muscles. So I'm going 15-pound dumbbell, nothing crazy. I like to keep my toes out. Some people like to keep them straight. I get more hip mobility when I keep them out. And you just squat. All right, guys, going to our first working set. And again, this is lightweight, light leg workout. Something just to keep my legs a little bit built up for inevitably when 250 pounds catches up to you when you're running down the road and your quads get tired and your legs. So we're just gonna do 12 of these. All right, guys, so I just started my cut around 3-4 weeks ago. I've dropped around 6 pounds. I was 260, I'm now 253. And the way that I've been able to do that is, and we'll go in depth more into specifics, but when it's talking about legs, cardio, adding it back into the daily routine is something that I've been doing. It took about 2 years off, no cardio whatsoever, just bulking. I did a little bit of cardio here and there for work. Obviously, you gotta take a fitness test every year. So I would prepare for that and knock that out, but took it to the back burner and left it there. By the last month, I've incorporated running, walking, and elliptical. And for those of us who are a little bit heavier, I would recommend that cycle until I get down to 240, 235, who knows how far I'll go. I would recommend cycling through running, elliptical, walking. I'd recommend that for a few reasons. First reason is obviously joints. Running is hard on your joints to begin with, but when you add extra pounds and the heavier you get, the harder it is for your joints. At 250, it's real tough to run long distances over and over repetitively 4, 5, 6 times a week. And it's not good for your joints. Another reason is adding cardio in does burn those extra calories that you need to shed off some fat. That along with diet, and we're not going to go in depth as to what that means, but adding in cardio at the end of your day or sometime during the day will help shed off some extra calories. All right, guys, all right, we got set up here. All right, as you can see here, guys, I only have 25 pounds. Hamstrings are delicate. And if I was training hamstrings for strength solely, I would do lower reps, a little bit of heavier weight as I would work into it. I'm obviously not working for heavy leg strength right now. I'm looking for endurance and again, assisting with the run. So it's gonna do around 20 of these one side, really focusing on keeping tension on this muscle, not going all the way up to let the tension dissipate, but right at the point of it being all the way up in the air, stopping. It's kind of hard when it's a lighter weight, but purpose in my head is to simulate running. You're never going to stop having your hamstring work for you when you're running. So I want to make sure. I've forgotten. I think this is 18, so we'll see. Yeah. Point is to kind of replicate that. Obviously, you're not going to replicate it 100%. Tore my ACL September of 2017, had surgery December 6th, I believe, of 2017. And when they did the surgery, I elected to have them do a hamstring tendon, don't know the exact phrase for it, but I didn't want to do cadaver, and the doctor said you didn't have to since you were under the age of 25. Your body probably would be fine without it. But taking the hamstring tendon out, I've noticed, even on something like this, but them using the hamstring tendon and taking it out, I've noticed some strength loss. One of the precautions that my doctor said was that she said, if you're gonna be a bodybuilder and do a whole bunch of strength training, this one's probably not gonna be for you. And at the time, I wasn't in the weight room whatsoever. I was just doing a lot of running, a lot of sports, a lot of exercises, body weight, calisthenics. And I had no plan on getting into the weight room. But fast forward to 2019, 2020, I started getting in the weight room. All of a sudden, I'm doing deadlifts, I'm doing Romanian deadlifts, I'm doing all these hamstring exercises, and my left leg is significantly stronger on the hamstring than my right. So, caution to you guys who are getting ACL repairs done. Try not to use that hamstring if you ever plan on getting into the weight room, because it's trash. All right, guys, the final quad exercise I'll do today is this leg extension here. I'm going lightweight, as you can see here. We're going for high reps, maintaining that endurance. If I was weightlifting, again, for strength, I would do less reps, more weight, and I would do heavier leg days more often, but I'm not doing that. So we'll try to hit 35 sets, 15 to 20 reps. We'll see how we feel. Squeezing at the top here. All right. All right, set number 2. Set number 3.
We got somewhere to change at?
You said what?
We got somewhere to change at in
You can use my office, or you could change to the gym. There's a closet.
here? You know what? I'll go to, yeah, I'll go
Yeah.
to the.
There's also a closet here. No, there's a closet through that door. It has a sign on it. It should say occupied or open.
Got it, okay.
Yeah, that's where we used to change in blues all the time. The goal is to eventually lose a little fat on my legs and on the upper body, but try to maintain as much size as possible. So we'll continue to grow, continue to try to get better, continue to try to lean down, try to be as aesthetic as possible.